Hello my dear students, once again welcome to your online class. So if you remember, in your last chemistry class we had studied about the water, the anomalous expansion of water, and finally the last topic we learned there was the solubility. And today we learn about some of the important terms related to water, like the crystals and the crystallization, the hydrated and anhydrous substances, water of crystallization. Then we have few of the properties like efflorescence, deliquescence, hygroscopy, drying agent and dehydrating agent, and finally the desiccator. So to begin with the term crystal. So what is a crystal? So we have already studied about crystal in physics also. So a crystal is a homogeneous solid of definite geometrical shape. So there are various kind of crystal like a cubic, rhombohedric, octahedral and prismatic. So in chemistry we have various salts that are in the form of crystals, like we have a sodium chloride, copper sulfate, ferric sulfate and a potassium nitride. And the crystallization is the process by which the crystals of the substances are obtained by cooling a hot saturated solution. So the next we have is the hydrated and anhydrous substances. So simply the hydrated substances are those that contains water molecule in them, and anhydrous substances are the one that does not contain water in them. For example, the copper sulfate is a hydrated substance, whereas a sodium chloride is a anhydrous substance. Now comes a very important term, that is the water of crystallization. So the water of crystallization is the fixed amount of water that is associated when the crystals are formed, or you can directly say that the water of crystallization is the amount of water present in the given salt. So in your book in page number 43 we have some of the salts that contains water of crystallization, and you also have the common name and the chemical name and also the formulas of the following substances. So from your examination point of view, it's very important for you to remember the common name and as well as the chemical name of these salts given in your book. So moving on to the next topic, we have properties like efflorescence. So what is efflorescence? So some of the salts, when exposed to air, it loses a water of crystallization on its own. So that property is known as efflorescence. For example, the washing soda. So the washing soda, when exposed to air, it loses a water of crystallization. Another we have is the Goethals salt. So the Goethals salt also become powdery anhydrous when exposed to the atmosphere. Another property we have is the deliquescence. So deliquescence, what is it? Certain water soluble substances, when exposed to the atmosphere at ordinary temperature, it absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere and then it becomes a moist. So that property is known as deliquescence. So it's just the opposite of efflorescence. The efflorescence, it loses a water of crystallization, but whereas in a deliquescence, what happens, certain substances, it is capable of absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere. So example of such substances are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium chloride and many more. Another topic is hygroscopy. So what is hygroscopy? Almost the deliquescence and the hygroscopy, they are same, but what is the difference is, in a hygroscopy they absorb the moisture from the atmosphere, but they do not dissolve themselves and form a solution. Substances, when exposed to the air, it absorbs the moisture, or more precisely the water vapor from the atmosphere when they are exposed to it, but not enough to form the solution. That property is known as hygroscopy, and those substances are known as hygroscopic substances. So the important examples are the concentrated sulfuric acid, phosphorus pentoxide, quicklime and a silica gel. The silica gel, where you can see the silica gel in the pads that the small children uses. So another topic is the drying agent and the dehydrating agent. So what is a drying agent? So the drying agents are the substances that can readily absorb the moisture from the other substances, but without chemically reacting with them. But whereas the dehydrating agents are the substances that can remove even the chemically combined water molecule from the compound. So that means the dehydrating agent, it can also absorb the water of crystallization from certain salts. So these are used for, so this drying agent and a dehydrating agent, they are used for absorbing the water from other substances. And finally, we have a term known as a desiccator. So what is a desiccator? A desiccator is an airtight glass vessel with a suitable drying agent in it, and it is used to keep some of the salts or the chemical compounds dry for the longer period of time. So these are some of the important topics that we had to discuss related to water. So please children, go through your book and learn the definitions and example of each of these terms. I will also send you the solution to the exercise in your book. So please write it down in your notebook and preserve it for the future reference. And coming to the last topic, the soft water and the hard water and its removal. So in the new syllabus or in the reduced syllabus, it's no longer the part of your syllabus. So you do not have to study about the hard water and the soft water. So now we have completed the chapter water. So in the next class, we will be beginning a new chapter. So till then, you go thoroughly through the chapter water of your textbook. And if you have any problem, you are always welcome to ask me through either a phone call or by WhatsApp.